to a Broadway play there, and I picked up this little thing called what is it called?
Playbill.
A playbill. And this is what they give you when you go to the theater and you see a play. This play was actually a musical, and here's my ticket that I used to get in, and they gave me one of these when I got to my seat, and it tells you all about the play there. But today our focus isn't on these types of souvenirs. It's actually on something called a what? Nehemiah? A postcard. And I did bring some samples of a postcard today for you to look at. When I was in New York City, I stayed at a hotel called the W, and it was right on Times Square. Look at how beautiful that is. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to pass this around. I'm going to pass around a few more so that everyone has a chance to see one up close. This is a postcard that I got in the mail from the Goodwill, and it talks about a special sale they were having back in June. So if you want to go ahead and look at this one. This is another postcard that I got in the mail for my son. It was his birthday, and they sent this as a way to tell him he could come in and get a free meal. This is another postcard that we got in the mail. Notice that a lot of people send postcards. This is of a school that my son might go to for college, and on the back there's a line that gives the information when he can go there and visit. And there's also a line for his address and their address at the school. You can pass this one around to Marissa. And I have a bunch more postcards here for everyone to look at while we're completing our project. And this was the other postcard that I got while I was in New York City. And it's very, very beautiful. It's a spa retreat that was there that I had a chance to go and visit too. What I would like for you to do now is hand me back the postcards that you have and quietly stand up and go back to your seat for just a minute. Now, today we're going to be talking about a postcard. The first thing I'm going to do is have everyone on your bottom in your chair, scooted really, really close. I'm going to bring you a postcard, and this postcard is just blank. There are lines for different things on here. We're going to talk about those in just a moment. Here you go. Your pencil at this particular time because I want to give a few directions before we start. We're going to talk about a postcard. First of all, if you look up here on the board, I have an example of a postcard, right? Can you see that? All right. What do you think goes right here in the orange square? Raise your hand if you think you might know. Emma.
A stamp.
A stamp. Why don't you come up here on my desk and find the word stamp? And then you'll be able to stick it right up there on the board so that we can remember that there's a stamp on the board. You can put it right next to where the stamp would go. Would the stamp go over here? No. Where would it go? It would go up there. Good job. What else would we need on our postcard? Michaela.
Your name.
Your name. How about you come up here and find out where I would put my name? When you have a postcard and you're going to be sending it to someone else, you put your name on the return address. The return address starts with what letter? Return. R. So you're looking for a word up here that has the letter R. Good job. And you're going to put it next to the same one that matches that same color. Where would the return address go? Great. It would go right up here at the top of your postcard. Next, Who knows something else that goes on a postcard? Antonio.
Address.
A mailing address. How about you come on up here? And you're going to look for one that says mailing address. Mailing address starts with the letter, Nehemiah?
Letter M.
M. Good job. You're going to go ahead and match that color so that we know where the mailing address belongs. It belongs right here on your postcard. Next, Samuel, what goes right here on our postcard? Words or a message. How about if you come on up here and you can find the word message and put it with the matching color. Great job. The message goes right here, and in our message, what you will tell someone is how you're enjoying your trip or something that you've done on your trip or somewhere that you'll be visiting soon while you're on your trip. And the final thing that goes on the postcard, does it go on this side of the postcard? Marissa, does your final thing go on this side of the postcard? Is there any more room on here? For what? What are we missing? We have a return address, a mailing address, a stamp, a message. What is that? Who knows what that is? Rodney?
A city.
A city. But is it just a city? No. It's what city?
New York.
It's New York. And do you know why it says New York over here? Nehemiah?
Because it got big buildings.
It has very big buildings, just like the postcards we saw. Why would we need a city of New York on this side of the postcard? Sam?
So they'll know what you're talking about.
So they know exactly what I'm talking about. Why don't you come up and put the word picture, which is our last item, right up underneath this picture that goes on the back side of your postcard. Where does the picture go?
On the back side.
Where does it go? On the back side. So right now, the first thing we're going to do is I would like for you to put your return address. Where's it going to go? In the top corner here. You're going to go ahead and write your return address